It's slow at work right now, so I'll just drive over to the grocery store and walk around the grocery store till either I get a call. Actually, you know what? I'll do the park because it's nice. It's a nice day outside, so I'll walk around the park until a call comes in. But yeah, so I was thinking about that verse in Revelation. If you know the 7 letters to the 7 churches, where Jesus is correcting the churches, and there's a particular verse. I might actually, this video might actually go up on my Bible commentary for this verse. I'll have to look it up. But one of the churches says, "You say, I am rich, I have no need," and then Jesus goes on to say they're poor. Okay, so Jesus is basically instructing John. And the context is in Revelation, Jesus is instructing John to write letters to these churches. I can't remember off the top of my head which church it was to, but that's not just a verse about money. It's a verse about where we find life. Do you find life in the things of the world, or do you need God every day to be your source of life? And so what the poverty is, they're really their lack mentality. Like, they don't know the love of God. They don't trust Him for life, and so they're really poor in experience because they're not experiencing the life of God. And this can apply to Christians in so many ways. I remember this one church I went to. They judged things by whether or not a church had its own building. So, we actually rented out a time slot from a Methodist church. The Methodist church, because of a lack of money, just kind of, rented it out to not just other churches, but anyone in the community, like even music lessons or like Boy Scouts or anyone who would rent it out for use. That kind of thing. And the church I went to at the time just kind of dinged it on for that. Like, no, they should have their own building. Well, like, why? What's so bad? I just care about fellowship around the world. Fellowship around the word. So this, shortly after I left this church, they finally got their own building, and they were all excited. And I left because, I don't care about that. And, that church was teaching bad doctrines, and those doctrines stopped me from experiencing the life of God. And we so many judge. There can be so many ways we can say where churches can say we're rich. We can say we're rich. Well, we got faith. That's what makes us rich. Or we can say we got all the right theology. That's what makes it rich. Or I know Bible verses. That's what makes me rich. I can go on and on. And on, ministry size, but any judge anything in the flesh, in the world, that you use to judge your riches, that is what it's about, okay? Because you know what makes you rich, and I've been dealing with this insomnia, and I've been, it could be rich in good works. Yeah, here's what I do service, my good works is what makes me rich. Okay, and I've been dealing with some insomnia and actually porn withdrawal, which I will do a whole half-hour long teaching on addiction withdrawal, and just kind of encouraging people going through that. But yeah, because that's the thing. No matter what, and I actually knew someone who thought, okay, I'm gonna be hard on this. So, I just remember the whole prosperity gospel word of faith. Someone said, well, I used to have a substitute teacher's salary, then I tithe, now I have more. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but I don't know what my income is compared to a substitute teacher, but I'm low income, but I'm so rich. And someone who is into this prosperity gospel word of faith, he was just barely living off of government benefits because he was a veteran, and yeah, he didn't have much money. And so by his own standards, this guy would actually, I hate to say it, but would be failing because he doesn't have enough faith to have money. So, I'm not condemning him. Unfortunately, he's trapped in this wrong belief system. But, anyway, so by his own standards, he's actually not doing well because he apparently doesn't have much faith or is not super spiritual, where's his money. But, and I hate to say it, when you get in this, where do you draw the line? But yeah, so, I have the trouble of, I only make a good amount of money during the school year, because I'm in a college town, and my boss did stuff that messed up my income, put on too many drivers at the beginning of the summer. Seriously, in state college, never ever hire people in the beginning of the summer, because, the work's just not there. That's kind of what happened. But yeah, I am rich. I have the life of God. I have the fruit of the Spirit: love, peace, joy, gentleness, goodness, patience, kindness, faithfulness, self-control. I don't know if I named them all. I can rewatch this video and check. But yeah, and you know what? God's going to raise me from the dead. His life's going to raise me from the dead. And I have this life that will raise me from the dead. And after that, no more problems. Of an incorruptible, immortal body. And I'll just spend eternity being loved by God. And what more could I ever want? Spending eternity being loved by someone. Pretty sweet, huh? Well, this looks like the park right here. It is the park. It doesn't just look like it is, because as soon as I stop when it's slow at work. So I'll just let you think about that verse, and I'm going to post this up online. I'm James M. Tuttle, and that's just how it is.